All right, guys, this is session 3. Had a lot of interesting emails. This is the Garmin in front of us, and I've heard people say stuff about cones, how the radar works, how the signals get mixed up, how the angle matters. Dude, I have heard so many things. So, me being me, I like to test what people say. There's a lot of armchair quarterbacks out there. And I don't mean that as a derogatory statement. I'm just saying that sometimes people say stuff and they don't know what they're saying. And sometimes I say stuff and I don't know what I'm saying. So we're going to test this together. Now, this radar, the Garmin, is lined up perfectly straight with the barrel, exactly downrange. And I'm going to shoot a few rounds here to get a baseline. Okay, that was all of those. Now, let's look at the standard deviation of those. 4.3. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, that's a good standard deviation. This is a 22. We are using Lapua long range ammo, so we're not using cheap ammo. We're using good stuff. We're shooting it out of one of my Rim-X rifles that I chambered. We're going to turn now. We're going to do this. We're going to end this session. End the session. Now we're going to start a new session. Rifle. Go to the 22. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, if you can see, I'm going to turn this just like that. That's a pretty significant turn. Let's see if it works. What the world? Picked up that one. Picked up that one. Okay, so just to make it 5 shots, let's do that again. Now, I did not pick up the first shot, and that's a pretty significant turn there. Okay. That one was hot, I could tell. So all those, that's going to be a super good standard deviation, but we are turned quite a bit, okay? So let's check that out. We're going to go back here. Shot summary. Oops, go up. 0.8. So if you want good standard deviations, turn it 30-some degrees. But the feet per second are not far off. They're not far off from what they were, okay? All right, food for thought, guys. It still worked. It still worked. It still gathered data, and I made a significant turn. So now let's go here. Let's end this session. New session. Rifle. Here. Here. Okay, so now we're going to turn it the other way, extremely. Let's see if it works this way. What do you guys think? You think it'll work? I think it's going to work. I think it's going to pick up. And we're going to do the Rangecraft the same way. Okay? So as far as the signals getting mixed up, from what I understand, I disagree with that, because all of these, you can have 10 guys on the line with 10 of these, and they're all reading the rifle that they're under. So I don't know about signals getting mixed up. Maybe they're close together, maybe too close together. I don't know. But if that's the case, then everybody's testing them wrong. Okay? That's why we're doing this individually. Okay, so look. That did not pick up that round, so that's too much of a turn. I'm going to turn it back just a little bit. There we go. Picked up that one. Okay. Now then, let's load 2 more, because I had it turned too much. Okay, I had almost a 45. That's not quite a 45. That's more like a 30. Okay, our standard deviation is going to be very similar to the first set. Let's look at that again. Let's look at that real quick. 4.8. There you go. So our first session, if you go back in the video, was 4, I think it was 4 point something. I had that at a 35-degree angle to the left, and I got the same standard deviation, and the feet per second are almost the same. So guys, I'm going to tell you, the angle matters a little bit, but you can go too much, obviously. But having it perfectly straight, that doesn't fly with me. Oh gosh, that's funny. So, right there, I learned something. I hope you guys learned something. Now I'm going to shut this off. Now, this is a brand new Rangecraft. This is different from the one, even the one I used the other day. Okay, it is charged. There we go. So let's go okay. Let's go quick start menu. Let's go rifle. Let's go down. And okay. All right, so there we go. Now there's the Rangecraft. Now it is straight in line, as straight as possible. We're using the same ammo, same gun, same everything. I'm gonna get a 5-shot baseline, and then we're gonna turn it just like we did the Garmin. Okay, there's 5 rounds, guys. ES 9.2, extreme spread. Let's look at standard deviation. Standard deviation's 3.8. Right on with the Garmin, boys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clear that out and we're going to turn it. Quick start. Okay. Rifle. Down. Okay. All right, now this is session 2, and we're going to turn this guy like this. That's almost a 45. Let's see if it reads. Nope, so it did not read. So let's go to a 30 like we did the Garmin. That one was very hot. You'd hear that. It was 1126. That one was hot, 1121. That one was not as hot. That's all of them. That's 4 shots. Let's do 5. The first shot did not pick up. I had it at a 45-degree angle. Now I'm at a 30, just like I had the Garmin. That one was hot too. So we had some hot rounds there. You could hear them, the difference, or I could. A standard deviation is 6.1. All right, so does angle matter, guys? I mean, the people that are saying that, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I think you want it straight, but does it really matter that much? Because it's picking up and it's still working a standard deviation. You heard the shots were hotter. I was telling you they were hotter. You could hear them. So let's go here. Okay, guys, we're back again there. All right. So now let's turn it to 30 degrees this way. And we know 45 is too much. It doesn't like to read at 45. I wouldn't expect anybody to have it that far off, but if they do, I mean, you know that it won't read, okay? Our standard deviation on that last set was 6 point something. I can't remember exactly. I have to look at the video. Hope you can see that. Now you can change the color and everything on these. I just haven't done it. But so here's straight, okay? Here's turned. That's about a 30-degree angle. See if it picks up. Well, look at that. So it didn't. So let's go back just a little bit. Maybe I'm a little over. There we go. 113. Out. That's 4 shots. Let's add 1 in. Now, all those sounded good. None of them really sounded hot. And that is a pretty significant turn there. It is not straight. There you go. Standard deviation of 4.3. That's very similar to what we had to the Garmin. You can see that standard deviation there. 4.3. Now I do agree that the in my viewfinder that this one is harder to see, but I also have the protective film on this. This is a brand new one, another brand new one right out of the box. Okay, the more I use these, the more I like them. But the guys that are saying that angle matters and all that stuff, I think we just dispelled that a little bit. As far as how the actual Rangecraft or the Garmin works, like on the radar, if it's a cone or if it's a straight rhythmic line going out there, I have no idea. All I know, guys, is that nobody is showing these things being tested in this fashion. Okay? Does anybody know that you can turn them left or right? Off dead center? I don't know, but now we do. Now we know that it works, and we know the SDs and the ESs are very close, depending on which way you turn it, and the feet per second are right there. So all the guys saying that you have to turn them left or they have to be perfectly straight or whatever, I didn't think that was true anyways. And as far as the signals getting mixed up, I have no idea. So in this case right here, we didn't move, or we didn't have two running at the same time. We ran them individually, so that if that is a possibility, maybe it didn't happen. So let's test that real quick. Let's just see if having two at a time on there, because we've ran them individually, and we know that run them individually, they work well. You can turn them side to side. Now let's see if we have different readings, and there may be some truth to that. I don't know, but we're going to find out. My camera is directly under my gun, okay? Get this one set up here. The Garmin is set up, and we see that our standard deviation at 5 shots is 4.3 there, okay? If we can see both of those, I think we can. I'm just going to leave the other one alone. I'll leave Rangecraft alone. We'll see if it changes. And those are as close as I can get them. They're literally almost touching. Actually, let's make them touch. Let's make them, now they're touching. They're liking each other. Now, on the Garmin, one guy stated, oh, the Garmin's facing down. Well, if you look at the front of this, the actual front of this has a taper to it, so it's actually facing level with this guy. I don't know what to say to that, but it is what it is. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we get that same standard deviation. Oh my goodness, looks like they read the same. Are they getting the signals mixed up? Wait a second, I think the signals are mixed up. I think something's wrong. That one sounded hot. Is the signals getting mixed up, guys? I'm not sure. We have a technical difficulty. We have a malfunction. The signals are crossing. One is going to overheat here in a second and blow up. Okay. That one was hot. Look at that. Okay. Standard deviation didn't change much. Let's look at the Garmin here. I don't have my Garmin to read standard deviation. I have to go back into the summary. 6.6, 6.6. Look at that. Look at that. They're both saying the same thing. That's crazy. Oh, let's do something else. Let's face this one this way and this one this way, just for the heck of it. Okay. I don't know if they're going to read that or not, but I think that's a pretty good turn. But we're going to see here, just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it, we're going to see if that works. Let's see if they both pick up. That would be a no. Okay, so let's turn them in a little bit. They both picked up. And look at that. It's almost the same, okay? Let's go again. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you that this was a fun video for me. I got to shoot some Lapua long range down range. I got to shoot it through my Remax rifle right there, okay, with a suppressor on it. And you can see there's the box. I had the box, that's what was holding the camera. Okay, I use a regular camera. You can see the angle in which those things are setting underneath that barrel. Anyways, long story short, guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate all the comments. I have fun with those comments. And I like to do stuff that other people say that say, well, you're using that wrong, or you're doing that wrong. Well, let's see if we're doing it wrong, or if I'm using it wrong, or I'm happy to try whatever. But it looks like to me that I'm just going to say these armchair quarterbacks out there may not know what they're talking about. This is Mike from Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. Again, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I do try to get to all the questions. Sometimes the questions are so great that I can't get to them because there's just so many. So I elected to make a video rather than do all the individual questions. So again, guys, we will see you in the next video. God bless.